In this video, I'm going to show you 3 versions of G7 chord, from easy to a little more challenging. You choose the one that's best for you. Let's do this. Hi there, I'm Tomas Michaud from Real Guitar Success, where I help you learn guitar and unleash the musician within you. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell so I can get you more guitar lessons, tips, and tutorials. I'm going to show you 3 versions of G7, or also called sometimes G dominant 7. We'll start with the most common, then a very easy one for those starting out, and a more challenging one that can be used for both acoustic and electric guitar. So let's start with that most popular one. This is what it looks like. And it's a very common one for acoustic guitar. It is a bit of a stretch between the first finger and the 6th string 3rd finger. Let's start off fingering it with the first finger on the 1st fret, 1st string. Then stretch the 2nd finger over to the 5th string, 2nd fret. Now the 3rd finger over to the 3rd fret on the 6th string. Now make sure and try to angle your fingers enough so that this finger are not deadening out the 1st string. If I'm not careful, it'll sound like that. So if you're new to this, finger the chord, then just take your hand off and start again. Now just check and see if all the notes are sounding. Usually they're not if you're just starting out. So you move your fingers around a little bit and then see if you can get them to sound, and then take your fingers off again. Do that for a while and do it a little each day, and over time it'll get better. But if you want to try and start off with a more easy version, here's a very simple version, version 2. We're going to put our first finger on the 1st fret and nothing else. Now you play just the top 4 strings. That is a G7. You want to avoid the 6th and 5th string, though it doesn't sound terribly bad if you accidentally hit them. G7, you can always start this way and then add the other 2 fingers as you get stronger and more experienced. Now for the 3rd version. This is a very popular one for electric guitar, but very useful for acoustic as well. It's a bar chord. And because it's a bar, it's often difficult for brand new beginners to do, but something you work into. So to make this chord, you bar on the 3rd fret, then you place your 3rd finger on the 5th string's 5th fret, skip the 4th string, and then put the 2nd finger down on the 3rd string 4th fret. Now when you're making bar chords, you want to make sure and roll this finger back a little bit, and don't let this knuckle drop. It needs to be about even or a little higher. I did make a whole video on how to prepare for bar chords, and I encourage you to watch that if you're going to try this. It's much easier if you prepare before just jumping into a bar chord. And I'll put a card up there somewhere in one of these corners to my bar chord video to help you out. So those are 3 versions. I have a bonus version for those who are ready for it. This is an alternate version that is very useful, but not as common. It looks like this. Sound the chord first and explain it. One way to think about this is it's basically a D7 chord, if you know that chord, moved up to a G position. So D7, E7, F, half fret there, and then G7. Now I refinger it so I can get my 1st finger down on the 4th string. Again, I'm not hitting the 6th and 5th strings. I'll finger it by telling you it's the 1st finger on the 5th fret of the 4th string. I've got my 3rd finger over here on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. 2nd finger is on the 2nd string, that's the 6th fret. And then finally the pinky's on the 1st string, 7th fret. A lot of people learn this by just moving it up. But if you don't know D7 yet, that won't make any sense. Okay, thanks for joining me on this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do and click the bell. I'd love to have you as part of my community. Also, show me in the comments field if you like this video, and if you have some suggestions for other videos that would help you out, I'd love to know. Please leave those in the comments. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.